Yes, I know. Our ones and twos, we're still here. Will those two guys ever?
Yeah.
No, we never stop. We're the ever-ready bunnies of our generation, and we just keep on taking a licking and keep on ticking. I'm not going to even explore that licking idea. So here we go. We're going to talk about Chinese electric vehicles, EVs. We're going to talk about batteries, and we're going to talk about all things to do with transitioning power from Danielle Smith's oil and gas initiatives and pipeline-based energy, which there is an argument for, is still extracting, I guess. I mean, Russia is now down to just a little below 50% capacity thanks to Ukraine charging with their drones and mass swarms on pipelines and storage facilities. So Russia's out of the oil and gas industry. Gazprom, which had built those two pipelines that Trump said that's not a good idea. Well, he's actually right. Those aren't a good idea. But Germany thought it was a good idea under Angela Merkel to have this supply guaranteed. That's why they spent the money to build the pipelines, Nord Stream 1 and 2, both of which went down in the early days of the war in Ukraine. Mm-hmm. But now it's all ganging up, including the threats and promises of disincentives for Russia and trying to get China to agree to stop buying Russian oil. They cannot convince North Korea. Their rogue Kim Jong-un will do what he wants. But Russia's hard pressed now. So oil and gas, what's being substituted? Well, thermal and wind and solar. China leads the way in solar.
Yep.
USA had a chance.
Trump
has bypassed all of that stuff, taking them back to the Stone Age, and all because he wants to start testing nuclear weapons again.
Trump's got a bunch of people whispering in his ear, and I think someone said it probably best. The last person that whispers in his ear, Trump will do. We know that some of his billionaires must be just making a fortune on his, let's call it like it is, inside trader. I mean, Trump. We look at Trump just saying, "That's it. I'm opposing another 10% on Canada," where in the back rooms he'll say to Lucknut, I'm going to be doing this, so sell and then buy low because I'm going to raise it again, and you'll cash your money.
Insider trading.
So let's face it, the Trump administration is all about gold, power,
for the rich,
money, wealth. And he does not respect the poor. He's starving them.
Yep.
And he's going to starve his own people. He's starving them. He could not care less. He is the epitome of a sociopath where he can say, oh, I feel bad, but it's the Democrats' fault. They're doing it. He's the president. He takes no responsibility for anything going south and takes all the credit for everything going forward. And there's not much going forward anymore.
No, to focus back on Canada and bringing Chinese EVs into the Canadian marketplace, you were right, and when you pointed out in an earlier podcast that we did that. We put 100% tariffs on those vehicles because America and Elon Musk wanted that position. Just like we arrested Wang, I'm going to get her name, the Huawei issue. We took her, the daughter of the CEO, into custody in Vancouver because the United States wanted us to. We paid. This case of the two Michaels is what happened. The trade relationships with China and Canada were part of the casualty. But now we're reconsidering that. And here's the irony. Because China is more reliable than America.
More reliable, more dependable than the United States. Now, and I think this is how we're going to have to view it. It might be to our destruction too, but I think we have to view it in a more modern term. Sure, China is communism. They're not us. So
they're autocratic. They're not us.
Yeah, they're not us. So the fear of that going across the ocean and infecting us really is old school.
Yeah,
we're going to still stay democracy. Actually, we're going to be one of the lights on the top of the hill now that Trump has snuffed out theirs. So we can have trade. We can have business back and forth. Up to the Chinese people to oust their government, not up to us.
No.
And the only sad thing about all this is we will empower them to have a more military might. But
because
what are
any
you gonna
money
do?
you throw in their direction through trade for business,
It ain't going to go down to the poor people.
it's not going to find its way down.
But it will go down to the poor people here.
Yes, because here we're going to look for businesses and deals that increase employment, working conditions here. The factories, whether we're buying submarines from South Korea or Germany.
He's got a meeting with them today, I think, about South
I
Korea.
think so. So
submarine
we're
making.
looking for, and the Gripen for the airplane, I doubt the F-35 is going to, we're on the hook for 18, but the 88, the rest of it?
I would leave that, take it as a loss.
Yeah.
I know it's a big loss, but take it as a loss because you can't trust those planes.
No.
So use them for training. I don't know what.
Museum exhibits?
Yeah, observe the North. We need a more reliable partner that are still fixed on a democratic system of operating.
So concern about the Arctic seems to be one of those defense measures that seems to be coming to the fore. It's in our purchases, things like the Gripen versus the F-35, things like whether we get a German submarine manufactured in Nova Scotia or New Brunswick, whether we are seeing all the things that we are dealing with to increase our 5% from 2% military spending budget, all seems to be Arctic security related. And I think you pointed out a couple of podcasts ago, correct me if I'm wrong, that the Chinese already had subs going into or ships going into the Arctic waters of Canada?
Russia did, for sure. Russia actually planted little flags on the bottom of the water.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, and that might even be old worries now. But the bottom line is, Carney is right. He's got insight. He's talked to Trump. He's been in a couple of meetings with Trump. He's talked to leaders around the world. Remember that famous scene with Trudeau and the French president and everybody laughing at Trump?
Yep.
So he's out there talking to all these other people. When Carney says it's over, he's not saying it because he doesn't like the United States, because everybody will come and say, oh, what about him? He's got 2 companies in the United States. Yes. You think he really wants to destroy that relationship? No. But he knows what's coming down the pike. He knows that the disruption in the United States isn't repairable for not even 50 years, maybe 50 years. It could be repaired. Whoever they vote in, it could be Abraham Lincoln. It's going to take, the trust is gone. Because you turned on us once. We were your brothers. We were your blood, and you turned on us. And not only did you turn on us, you told us flat out, we want to take you over. We want you to give up, and you're not going to. We're economically going to destroy you, so you have to beg and come to us.
Did you hear the words of the ambassador, Hextra? I think he even dropped an F-bomb in his tirade against Canadian trade representatives.
I would oust him.
I would too. So I'm waiting to see that. Do you think the voice of reason will prevail and we'll just slap him on the wrist? Or will he be gone? Take your bags, go back to the US of A.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's what I would do. But look at. I'm a civilian. I don't know what it's like to be Carney. I don't know what it's like to be.
What's with the 4 stars on your lapels?
Yeah. I don't know what it's like. But one thing I did take into consideration right from the beginning is Carney is known worldwide already for the good work he did, even though people are saying he ruined England's economy. He did not ruin England's economy. He saved it, as he saved Canada's economy. So, but there's nothing you can do about that, because that false information is going to get out, and they think what I'm getting is false information. So I weigh it up on the intelligence scale. Why would Carney want to be the prime minister at this particular time? I think it's a very honorable approach, and whether it's not his fault. He's a successful businessman, and a lot of that business connections in the States, because a lot of the people we admire, their business connections are in the States, because it's a huge market. That's wisdom, and that wisdom Carney has, and the intellectual equality with many of the leaders around the world, is going to help Canada. I'm convinced of that. And by the way, if you think he's betrayed the country by moving business down south, what about all your entertainers? What about all your sports people? What about all of them? Come on, they're not betraying the country.
It's a lot of whataboutism going on there, Jim. The Jim and Jerry Show signing off for now. Bye-bye.